Tomorrow is the official beginning of Gay Pride Month, and tonight we're looking back at an important moment in history right here in Southern California. As Gina Silva shows us, it has been 50 years since the first Gay Pride Parade.
50 years of Gay Pride parades. People living their authentic lives without fear or reservation.
To me, it is just phenomenal. 50 years really is a blink, you know, in God's eye.
Karla J. is a longtime feminist and queer activist who remembers how differently things used to be.
It was very difficult to be homosexual for most of my early life. If people found out that you were homosexual, because it was illegal in most of the states, you could be thrown out of school, your employer could fire you.
I witnessed personally incidents where the police harassed gay people, both gay men and lesbians as well.
Lillian Faderman is an LGBTQ historian.
I came out in 1956 as a teenager. I couldn't have imagined that a time when we could get married, when we could serve in the military, when we're on mainstream TV, that would have been totally inconceivable in the 1950s.
Amazing progress thanks to the brave souls who stood up for their rights. A turning point in the gay rights movement happened on June 28, 1969, when the Stonewall Inn, a gay bar in New York City, was raided by police. But this time, the patrons fought back.
There were a lot of angry people in the streets and clusters. There just was a lot of back and forth with the police in the village.
It became known as the Stonewall Uprising, which lasted several days. As a result, people began joining the Gay Liberation Front, which helped organize the first Pride Parade held a year later in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and New York.
We couldn't advertise in newspapers. They wouldn't print the word gay. It was considered a dirty word.
The first Pride Parade here on Hollywood Boulevard on June 28, 1970, almost didn't happen because the LAPD chief at the time, Ed Davis, refused to grant a permit to the gay community.
He said to us that if he gave us a permit, he would have to give a permit to, quote, burglars and thieves, unquote, to march the following week.
When the ACLU stepped in, the injunction against the Pride Parade was lifted just in time. In LA, a little more than 1,000 people marched in the parade.
And for me, that was an incredible experience. I was not in the parade. I was on the sidelines with apparently 50,000 other people.
Karla did march and remembers feeling uneasy.
We didn't know if someone on the sideline was going to throw a bottle, throw a bomb, but I always said to myself, if I'm afraid and I don't do something, then the other side's going to win.
Both Karla and Lillian are proud of their work in the gay rights movement, but they insist LGBTQ people must continue fighting for their rights.
How fragile that progress could be if we're not constantly alert. And we see it, I think, in the various threats around the country, in Florida, for instance, and Texas. It really does take constant vigilance, even though we've made this huge progress. It can easily be taken away from us.
The 52nd annual LA Pride Parade will be held on Sunday, June 12th. I'm Gina Silva, Fox 11 News.